All right, guys, the best GIF that I was able to pass out this week to a bunch of my friends, and I hope you guys got them too, was Hulk Hogan pointing back at the American flag, waving when he was entering the Royal Rumble or something. Does anyone remember Hulk Hogan? Thumbs up if you do. Guys, welcome back to the channel. We love you. You are our customers. You're the whole reason that we're here, and we absolutely appreciate your business. Today, we're being joined by Tom Rosser, who's going to give us some awesome information that he just made us aware of today to help literally help high school graduates set them up for success of home ownership right when they graduate high school, not college, straight out of high school with a better debt to income ratio than most college grads. I was one of them. I had way too many loans. Stupid Josh, right? But Tom's getting ready to show us exactly how you can set your children up for success in real estate home ownership right when they graduate high school. And then we'll get into our regular program that Brad and I get to go over your questions about living in, moving to, and relocating to Oklahoma City, the Oklahoma City metro area. So we got to get Tom on the line so he can get back to business. He's taking a break from his day-to-day grind to give us this awesome information. Tom, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me. We're going to help out. We're going to help these kids buy houses, but we're also going to help the trade industry everywhere, right? We need trade. Name some trades, Josh.
That's a great, I didn't think about that. Sorry. Yes, trades.
We need trades. We need plumbers. We need electricians, right? Those people are going to, we need them.
Every heat and air tech that we talk to, they're short-staffed. Every plumber that we talk to, they're short-staffed. Everyone's been sold this bill of goods to go to college, and that ain't the only way to make it.
Nope. So we're going to go to VOTEC during high school, right? We're going to use your VOTEC as your education. And then as soon as you get your education, that's considered a 2-year work history, right? As long as you've been going to this VOTEC for 2 years, that's your 2-year work history. You get your job, we use that income right away. So you're avoiding, by doing this VOTEC and getting into this trade, you're avoiding a 2-year wait, because a lot of times we need a 2-year job history. The education works as job history.
Home ownership is typically people's number one source of wealth in America. And if my high school counselors were able to educate me and all the kids I went to high school with to go to VOTEC and promote that more, and then to be able to start the home ownership process, my life would be totally different, Tom. That is absolutely, I was blown away when you told me about that. Brad, did you know that was an option for high school kids straight out of high school?
I did not. And, something to reiterate on is, when you graduate college, you come out, you have all kinds of debt, so I went the opposite direction, rather than, buying a house and getting equity in that house. I walked out of college with a ton of debt. And so that is huge, Tom.
Game changer. We got to talk to these high school counselors.
Absolutely. And then Tom, when they start the VOTEC, you said 2 years, so they need to start it their junior year at a minimum to be able to be set up for success. And then with regular homeowners, and I'm not trying to be smart, but with regular homeowners, those children who are graduating, becoming young adults, who are the future of America, who are going to save us from everything, they need to already have a job lined out or accepted. Is that right? Okay. Do they need 2 months of pay stubs? Sorry,
they don't. So in some cases we use projected income, right? So some loan programs you'll still have to have your job, you'll have to have some pay stubs, but there's a conventional version of this of a mortgage that we can use projected income. So let's just say you graduate from a VOTEC with a plumbing degree, and you're not going to go self-employed. You're not going to go start your own plumbing company just yet, but you're going to go work for a plumber. You graduated in May. The plumber doesn't really need you until July. If you have an offer letter from that plumbing company that says they're going to hire you, they're going to pay you a certain amount of money, and you've cleared all contingencies for that employment, we will use that as your income prior to even getting started. So we can use projected income. We use your education as your work history, and you buy a house right out of school.
Wow, Tom, this is crazy. When they're looking for a job and home ownership is something they're looking for, are they able to do like Bigger Pockets podcast talk about and do house hacking? Are they able to possibly, if one's available in their price range, use this program for a duplex too, or should it just be a single family home?
Okay, so single family home is going to be easier, but we can use that education and we can use that income for investment properties as well. Investment property is going to come with a bigger down payment most of the time, but yes.
And if they're getting a bonus from a union, if they're joining the pipe fitters, if they're joining one of the big unions out there, they might be getting sign-on bonuses.
There's your down payment.
Oh my gosh,
Wow.
guys. Verify everything. Everything, of course, like Tom always says, is with approved credit. Terms and conditions apply for your loans. And that's just because the government is the one that usually buys the loans on the backside. They're not as much right now, but you got to be approved for everything. So everything comes with the approval process. But if you parents out there want to set your children up for success, really talk to them about getting into the Votex. And here in Oklahoma, I believe that's covered by the state, a portion of it. So you can get the free education to get a great paying job and set yourself up for success 4 years earlier than all those silly people like me who went to college with a horrible debt to income ratio when I came out, having to wait another 2 years to pay down my debt to be able to get a house. You can set them up for success right when they come out of school. Tom, wow. Thank you so much. As always, your wealth of information. Brad, do you have any questions for Tom on this subject, or did we cover it?
Um,
So is this brand new? Did this just come out? When
It's
did
it kind of the guidelines change all the time right now. So
Sure.
it went away with some employment changes or income documentation changes with COVID, right? But everything's kind of coming back around, and so no, I wouldn't say it's new, I, but I wouldn't say it's always been there.
Okay.
Kind of comes and goes.
Cool.
Wow, guys. Wow. Tom, we know you're busy. We really appreciate you taking a break out of the blue to have this conversation with us. We got a couple more videos dropping with Tom later on, guys, so be sure to subscribe to the channel. And Tom, what's the best number that people can reach out for any financing questions in the Oklahoma state of? Well, dude, you're nation now. You're national. They could get your help in Arizona.
I think we're in about 40 something states right now, but we would love to be a resource for you. We would love to answer any questions for you. You can reach us at 405-751-3800.
Awesome. Well, Tom, won't keep you anymore. Thank you so much for coming on, and we'll see you guys. We'll see you, Tom, on the next deal, of course.
Yes, thank you.
Brad, that's crazy, man. That is I would have done that if I was smart enough, because high school kids, they don't always listen to everybody. But if I was,
and the colleges are working with the high schools. That's something they don't tell you. They tell you, hey, you got to go to college, but I would say 85% of people that go to college are just going to college because it's the next step and next chapter of their lives. It's not, I mean, full disclosure, I enrolled in college so I could be on my parents' insurance some of the time. So,
yeah.
And then you don't have to pay your loans back while you're in school. So I actually had a professor that he would continue taking classes so he didn't have to pay his loans back.
What is that guy's name? The big guy, right?
I'm not gonna,
the bald-headed?
We're not gonna
okay, never mind. I won't say it. I know who you're talking about. He tells everyone that.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm like, well, that's going to be left to your kids, but appreciate it.
Man. Brad, today's featured neighborhoods in Edmond, Oklahoma. Which one are you thinking is a good one that people need to take a look at in the Edmond, Oklahoma area? Do you have one? You want me? I know we didn't get a chance to go over this much because of the stuff with Tom. Here, let me grab it real quick. Sorry. While we're going over that, Brad, did you do pre-voting? Did you do pre-voting this week?
So I didn't, Josh. I found out I am still registered to vote in Canadian County, Oklahoma. So I am working to get that changed, but I've got to make a little bit of a drive in order to vote. So no, did not do pre-voting.
Yeah, that would be El Reno. El Reno is the county seat of Canadian County. No joke, that would be a drive. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, but yes, I am going to vote.
My wife already had the opportunity to vote, and I will probably be voting today. I've got to make
How do you do that?
You just go to your county seat. The county seat, the county election board. Here, let me show you. Oklahoma voter portal.
Well, you don't have to show me, Josh.
Oh, maybe other people have the same question that are just moving here to Oklahoma. Let me go over here. So, guys, let me show this to you. If you have any interest in pre-voting, you literally just need to go to the Oklahoma County, the Oklahoma government voter portal. So right here, guys, at you can't see it because of the stuff out there, but oklahoma.gov/elections/ovp.html. This will take you to your Oklahoma voter portal, and you guys can literally just go through here and you can find out where you can go to pre-vote if you don't want to wait for election day. Now, I've like I said, my wife Aubrey, she's already gone and voted today, and there were yesterday, and there were lines at the pre-voting. There were, but it seemed like she got through that line a whole lot quicker than she got through the driver's license line. So it's still
So
able to get done.
if you click on that little link right there, the OK Voter Portal login, and you enter your name, I mean, don't do it, but if you enter your name and it doesn't show up, what do you do then?
If it doesn't show up, call the Oklahoma voting portal. Call them
Okay.
because you may not be registered to vote in the state. And with a lot of our customers who've been relocating to the state, if they're not registered in the state, they may miss out on this year's midterm elections. But yeah, you'll definitely, and right up here too, I sign up for these notifications, and I get frequent notifications, not to the level of like a Best Buy deal, but I get frequent notifications enough that it keeps me up to date on the whole voter process and things that are going on with it. So, uh, so I hope that's helpful. How to look up where your place of voter registry and voting is located. You go to the Oklahoma voter portal, and then if you want to do early voting, you go to the Oklahoma voting portal to find out where in your county seat the election board is located. Is what I think it's called. So
Yeah,
thumbs
I
up if
actually
that
had
was
a
helpful. Uh-huh.
that thumbs up for me. I actually had a past client reach out and ask me, "Hey, I'm still registered in Oklahoma County, but I live in Bristow. So do you know where we're voting at?" And I got on this website and I was able to find it for her. So
Heck yeah, man.
good info,
That is
Josh.
awesome.
Good info.
That is awesome. Let me toss some neighborhoods out here, Brad. And if one's familiar with you, you just tell me.
I like
Council,
Edinboro. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Council Ridge, over off of County Line or Council,
Mhm.
over off of Council, north of 15th Street, 164th, I think. The Homes by
Yeah,
Tabor
yeah.
neighborhood over there. Here,
Great
let me
neighborhood.
pull it up for you real quick. Do
Great
you?
neighborhood. There's
Okay.
neighborhood park in there. Tabor's one of the builders. They're still developing. That's Deer Creek Schools.
And I really like that location. That's super close to Turnpike access, to all the restaurants and everything on the Memorial. There's some good restaurants over there off of Memorial and Council. Does that sound pretty fair?
Yeah, yeah. Memorial, Council, Rockwell. You got Charleston's. You got Pepperoni Grill. You've got an Earl's, really good barbecue. I'm getting a little feedback. Are you hearing that?
What type of feedback does it sound like?
It's just my voice.
Oh, you sound good to me.
Okay, cool.
You
But
sound good
yeah,
to me.
yeah, great location. We work with a lot of Tabor reps, and we're happy to get people in those houses. And we've had some really good experiences with Tabor.
Yes, our customers have been pretty happy with Tabor and especially their warranty department. Now, with everything, guys, the warranties are kind of a pickle sometimes to get them to do stuff, but we just keep on them. We just keep sending them proof that we already discussed this, that we already talked about it, especially if it's something that came up in your new home orientation walkthrough. Because that new home orientation walkthrough is so important that we identify everything in that so that any warranty issues that come up, we're able to relay that we've already documented this in the home warranty and for the homeowner orientation walkthrough, because sometimes during the homeowner orientation walkthrough, something might not be completely not working correctly. Like, for example, your landscaping, it's offered strictly as is. Strictly as is. They will not do anything for your landscaping after closing because landscaping involves work to keep it alive. But
And
if
they
you
cannot monitor. They cannot monitor your watering habits. We have learned that. So
exactly,
if
exactly.
you're whether you're watering your brand new sod or you're not, um, some builders will not say that they can monitor your watering, which I don't necessarily agree with that, but it's just kind of a way to remove liability, in my opinion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And another thing too is staying along the sod example, Brad, when you're dealing with new construction, is sometimes they may have got a bad pallet of sod. Something may have spilt on a pallet of sod and actually killed the sod. So therefore, whenever they were laying it, it looked more deceased than the other sod did, and there was no way to bring it back. And as long as we document it and keep on them about it after the closing, we can usually get that remedied because we documented it and pointed it out during the homeowner orientation walkthrough. Does that make sense? Thumbs up. Thumbs up if that makes sense. Awesome. Awesome. Brad, you were talking about some of the cool things that Council Ridge offered. You were talking about the community pool, the playground, the basketball court, and the stocked fishing pond. Dude, I love neighborhoods with stocked fishing ponds.
Yeah, I do too. It's really neat to take family out there, and ponds are a lot easier to catch fish on. So you can get family out there and teach them how to fish, and it's really neat. So
Do you
something
have one of
fun to
those?
do. Go ahead.
Do you have one of those discs like off a Tron, those circle discs that you could throw back and forth to your girls? The it's like a frisbee, but the whole middle's cut out.
Oh, like the golf, like for disc golf.
It it's just a frisbee, but the middle's cut out. It's like a 2.5
Yeah,
inch thingy. Those are cool, and they got ones that glow in the dark too.
yeah, that's neat.
Random things to do at the park. That's all.
Yeah, and ponds are really cool. I mean, you can see wildlife. You can, they're really neat. So having a basketball court is super exciting. I played basketball through high school, a little bit of college. Community pool, always cool to have a community pool, especially during the summertime. And I mean, this neighborhood's wonderful. It's got all those things, and you know, it's great. Great location, great neighborhood, great amenities in the neighborhood, and some really nice neighbors you'll have. So
And when you're moving to, relocating to, and moving within Oklahoma, if you're moving anywhere around the turnpike, you're absolutely going to want to get a pike pass. Absolutely. It's going to help you get to the metro, to all different areas of the metro, so much quicker than taking our Oklahoma, uh, what is it called? Grid system, blocking grid system, the 1 mile streets. Because in Oklahoma, you have to stop every mile in the Oklahoma City metro area because it's laid out in sections and townships and ranges. But if you get the Pike Pass, you could jump on the Pike Pass just like an interstate and a freeway, and you can literally drive without having to stop every single mile at over 70 miles an hour. So Pike
yeah,
Pass
and
is
what's
awesome.
really cool about that is, I used to live in Yukon in Canadian County, and to drive to Edmond would take about 20 to 25 minutes. Well, now you can zoom on the turnpike and you can get from Yukon to Edmond to Mustang. From Yukon to Edmond, it's going to take you 15 minutes, which is really, I mean, that's pretty awesome to do that. And you can access the turnpike without a pike pass. They're gonna charge you a little bit more money without that pike pass. So it's a good idea, Josh, to go ahead and get that pike pass, I will say.
Absolutely.
S-
So thumbs up. Yes. I didn't mean to interrupt. I'm sorry.
no, you're good. You're good. So just we're talking about Council Ridge, great neighborhood. Wanted to most houses can be had in there. Most
Around
houses are going to be 2,500 square feet or less, usually around 1,700 to the
I'm
average
sorry, go
square
ahead.
foot's going to be about 2,100 square feet in that neighborhood. So really good starter or second home neighborhood if you don't have a gigantic family.
Move up, move down. It works for everybody. You got a medium price range of 385 too. And don't forget, guys, right now, builders are not wanting to sit on a lot of inventory. So you definitely want to give Brad and I a call. Info's down in the text below so we can get you connected with the rep over at Homes by Tabor that we work with to ensure that you're getting the best deal possible for your home purchase when you're making your move to the Oklahoma City metro area. All right. So that was Council Ridge. Brad, any crazy things come up on contracts this week that you want to share, or some things that you want to look out for when doing a deal in real estate?
So I had a really interesting electrical problem with the house. So during an inspection, we flipped the light switch up, and the oven, like when you flip the microwave, when you turn the microwave on, it flickered the lights in
Oh
the
yeah.
living room and
Yep.
then in the bathroom as well. So kind of an electrical deal there. So we're getting an electrician to look at the property, but I have a feeling we're going to have to put some type of something in there to protect the buyer in the treatment repairs and replacements. So
Absolutely. Yeah. They should
that's
get a whatever the electrician recommends. That's a big deal. That's a safety hazard, sounds like. But I'm not a safety inspector person.
I'm
Full
not either.
disclosure. Full
I'm not
disclosure.
either, but I don't want to sell a house to somebody that has a potential hazard in it. So if we,
Yeah.
it's real important us as real estate agents to take every precaution and use every contractor and get as much information to disclose to that buyer so that they're not blindsided after they purchase the home.
All right, guys. And when we're looking at the Edmond market, you guys want to be aware of what you're going up against when you're looking at buying a house in Edmond, Oklahoma. Right now, the median sales price is $358,700 for an Edmond, Oklahoma home. And this is a conglomerate of all the single family homes in Edmond, Oklahoma, all price ranges, all years, all everything. And when you're thinking, is this the one? Is this the house that I want to purchase? You guys got to remember, every 9 showings, houses are typically receiving contracts according to showing time data. So if you're looking at that house, just know that after 9 people look at it, someone's typically going to contract it. So I know that you may want to sleep on it, but if you've been looking for a while, and if you're anything like my wife and I, when we find the one, we know it. Don't sleep on it. Just buy it. You're in the market to buy a house, buy the darn house, because you could still miss out on housing right now. Our inventory that we have right now, where is the months of inventory? Right here. They moved this tab on me. The inventory in Edmond, Oklahoma, guys, has gone up, but it's only gone up to less than 2 months of inventory. It's still a seller's market, guys. Now, builders are wanting to get their houses sold. They're doing price reductions. They're offering more concessions to help with interest rates. But when you're talking about single family home that's owned by a person, you guys have been working with Brad and I. You know how limited inventory still is. The good houses are still going to sell right away, and they're typically still going to get multiple offers right now in the market. Is that kind of what you're seeing too, Brad?
Yep, that's what I'm seeing. Well, let's talk about have you come across any unusual listings or things that you've seen that's kind of out of the ordinary? I'll go first. So one of them, one of the houses I saw, it's in this neighborhood. It's a Deer Creek School neighborhood, which averages around 120 to 160 a foot. This house is under $80 a foot, and
Whoa.
if I remember right, I think it's close to 4,000 square feet, and it's been on the market for 80 days, 80 or 90 days. And I mean, it looks like a wonderful opportunity for the right buyer.
Have you had a
You
chance to
know,
walk it? What's going on with it?
yeah. So we walked it. It does need a little bit of work, but it's priced at like $78 a foot in this neighborhood that is in Deer Creek schools, which to me, that's a little out of the ordinary. So,
Weird. Weird. Some of the out of the ordinary things that I see occasionally being in Oklahoma is, let's say you bought a house that had piers, but when you bought it, you didn't receive any of the pier information on it. Now that's kind of a negative. It's kind of a negative, but is it a hump that you can get over? Absolutely, because houses in Oklahoma, if people aren't watering their soil according to the inspectors that I've spoken with, the clay will harden and dry out, and that'll create settling in Oklahoma. If so the way to remedy that is to get piers. And so if you don't have any of the information on the piers on a house that you bought, don't worry, that house is still going to sell. We still have low inventory right now. You just have to you want to disclose, always disclose. Oklahoma's disclosure laws are amazing for sellers. Just tell them every single thing you know, and that protects you. And when the buyer does their inspections and they decide to purchase on the home, knowing because you disclosed that the house doesn't have piers, then you can still sell that house because the buyer has accepted that risk in the investment of the home and they still want to purchase the home. Does that make sense, guys? Thumbs up if that makes sense about the peers and not having the paperwork on it. Now, another thing that Brad and I have done for customers in the past too is we will literally pull out the phone book for our sellers and we start calling all the peer companies in the metro and asking them if they serviced this house. And if they did, great. Then we're able to get the information from the next owner. Now, when that happens, you may not have that lifetime warranty anymore because it wasn't transferred at the time of closing. Sometimes, but in some cases, you can at least get the paperwork and you can at least show the new buyer where those peers came from and they can see the paperwork on it. So it helps out the transition. It may not have the warranty anymore. And I don't know if all peer companies are going to be doing lifetime warranties too much longer, especially with the state of the economy currently. But you are able to do it that way. And Brad and I absolutely love helping our sellers in situations like that if we can. If we can. So if you guys find that valuable, give it a big thumbs up too, because that's super helpful when it comes to selling a house with peers. So that peers are always something that's a little hiccup when it comes to selling houses in Oklahoma. Whether you got them or you don't have them, I think they're kind of like termites. Every now and then a house is going to get them. What do you think, Brad?
yeah, it is common to see peers. You just want to make sure the correction's been done right. And, houses with age, you're going to run into stuff like that. So you just need to weigh, okay, do I need to go buy a brand new house and pay more for it? Or is this something I can live with and remedy?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Best restaurant of the week, Brad. What is your choice?
Best restaurant of the week. Um, I'm gonna have to go. I like Charleston's, Josh. I like Charleston's.
Ooh.
They
Oh,
they are
what
very
dish?
consistent. I like the prime rib.
Wow.
Prime rib is really good. You really can't go wrong with anything at Charleston. So
Dinner
it's
salad?
priced right. Dinner salad's good. The if you get something and you're looking for an extra side, go with the carrots. They have these honey glazed carrots, and they are phenomenal. So I'm trying to think of what my wife gets. Chicken parmesan, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Ch-
Mm-hmm.
Chicken crusted parmesan with the carrots, and I usually eat it because she doesn't eat the whole thing. So speaking of my wife, so she just got back from an oral surgeon and she showed me her new knee brace, and this thing takes up her whole leg. So she tore her PCL, I think, in her
Oh
leg.
no.
So we're going to try to not do surgery, but in 2 weeks, we're going to meet with the oral surgeon again, and it's looking like she may need knee surgery.
Oh man, Brad, you guys will definitely be in our prayers. That's crazy, man.
Appreciate that. Yeah. So be spending a little more time with the kiddos.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, do me on the restaurant.
What restaurant, Josh, is your restaurant of the week?
Do you know that little authentic Mexican restaurant just to the south of U-Haul on Broadway there in Edmond on the east side of the road,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
north of
What's that
Onque,
called?
south of U-Haul?
What's
I
that
don't I don't
called?
know what it's called. I don't know, but they have authentic Mexican dishes, authentic
It's like
Mexican dishes, and they're not trying to break the bank on you. They're not trying to charge you, $20 a plate. So if you're in the Edmond area and you're looking for authentic Mexican dishes, you absolutely want to check out
does it start
the
with an H?
authentic. What is it called?
Does it start with an H?
Here, let me get the map out. I can't believe I didn't even think about that. Let me grab the map real
It's
quick.
okay. We're
No,
always
no,
flying around.
no.
I do it, but you know me,
Mexican
I'm in
in
between
Edmond,
appointments.
Oklahoma.
Hidalgo's.
Is that what it's called? Hidalgo's?
Is that it? Santa Fe? Oh, no. I've been to that place. That place is good.
I think it's this one.
Zarati's or
I think that's what it's
Tapatio's?
called. How do I switch it over to the satellite? It's not showing up.
Just click on it.
That's it right there. Los Three Tapitos Taquera. How do you say that, Brad? Los
Los Los
Three
Three Tapatio's
Tapitos
Taqueria.
Taqueria. Yeah, you gotta roll your R's, Brad. Taqueria. Yeah,
Says the
but
guy
that's
that
my
said
restaurant choice for this
Taqueria.
week, especially in the Edmond, Oklahoma area, guys. Great little authentic restaurant. Nice, calm, relaxed environment. Lots of salsa, lots of extras, all up there for your heart's desires. If you're desiring some Mexican food in the Edmond, Oklahoma metro,
Do they
featured
have
neighborhood of the week.
queso?
What is it?
Do they have queso?
I'm sure they do. I don't remember getting any, but I'm sure they probably do. Absolutely.
Josh, what is your neighborhood of the week?
My neighborhood of the week, Brad. I'm gonna go with. Oh my gosh! Of course, you had to ask me something that I'm having a brain fart on. Hold on. Let me pull the neighborhoods back up real quick. It's
The Grove?
it's the one in the northeast. It's the one in the northeast corner of Edmond. Is that Chimney Hill? Does that sound right?
There's
Let
one
me
of
redo
them.
this real quick. Undo, discard. I believe it's Chimney Hill is my neighborhood of the week. And it's located in Northeast Edmond. I've done a driving video on it. You guys absolutely love it. It's super close to the new Showbiz. It's probably just 4 miles away from the new Showbiz in Edmond, Oklahoma. Northeast neighborhood. It's another Homes by Tabor neighborhood, and it is absolutely amazing. Let me jump over here and get you exactly what it is. I believe it's called Chimney Hill, and it's at a price point. It's at a Tabor price point that's still super affordable. It's still super affordable too. So they may have actually already been built out. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, I'm not seeing any of their houses. Let me organize it by Chimney Hill. That's not. Yeah. Cherry Hill.
That's
Cherry Hill. I'm so sorry,
okay,
guys.
yeah. Yeah, I
Cherry
was
Hill.
like,
Chimney
Chimney
Hill is a
Hill's been
Guthrie
around for a
neighborhood.
while.
Yeah. Yeah, Cherry Hill. Let me pull this up real quick, guys, to show you. You're going to absolutely love these floor plans. They've got all the great typical Homes by Tabor floor plans located in them. Let me just jump over here. And I'm not trying to keep you, Brad. I know you got to go to your next appointment.
You good?
Yep. Cherry Hill. Let me organize this and grab the map for you. Let me refine, narrow, and then let's go over to the map view. And let me get that pulled up for us. So one of these houses is not mapped correctly. What is going on? One of these houses is not mapped correctly. I'll zoom in where it actually is. So here, right here, guys, is the. Let me switch it over, Brad. You should have told me I wasn't doing that.
I can't see.
Yeah, okay, so here is Route 66 and I-35. And Chimney Hill is located just north
Cherry.
of Covell. Cherry Hill. God, sorry, I got Chimney Hill on the brain. It's located just to the east of I-35 by 2.5 miles. 1, 2, 3, 3.5 miles, and
What is
north
that
2
guy?
miles. North 2 miles is where you find Cherry Hill, folks, and it's an awesome, awesome setting. You come in right here and you like drive uphill in the neighborhood right here, and then you drive back downhill, and it's got 2 different entrances, and then it's got a neighborhood park right here is a walking trail, I believe, and then the neighborhood park is located right. Where's the neighborhood park at? I thought there was a neighborhood park towards one of the entrances, but Cherry Hill, yes, sir.
There
It's got to be
is
right here. They must have put the park
yeah.
right here. So right here is
Yep.
probably where the park is. We know that's where the water feature is at. I'm sorry, Brad. Go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry.
You're good. Go ahead.
And then you can buy into Cherry Hill. You can buy into Cherry Hill. Let's grab the stats real quick, guys. For as low as only
Take that.
386, 386 or 292. You could buy into Chimney Hill for only 292 all the way up to 465. So you've got 1,500 square foot. I bet that's a new Blue Series, Brad. I bet that's one of the new Blue Series houses.
Why
And then
don't
you
you
can get all the way up
remove
to.
one of those, Josh?
Is it in the wrong neighborhood?
Go, just hit back.
Are you
In
talking
the
about how the map was
northwest.
off?
Nope. Remove that check on the very first one. There you go.
Sorry.
Now do it. You're good.
Okay.
I want it to make sense for everybody viewing. There it is.
Okay. Good catch, Brad. Good catch. So yeah, you could buy into a neighborhood. You can get 2,000 square feet on average for less than $400,000. So this is why people love moving within Oklahoma, because that is amazing. 2,000 square feet for around 392, and as low as 315 on a 1,500 square foot house. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you're talking about living out. Yes, Brad. Sorry. You're talking about living out in the country. So you could jump on Douglas, go south 2 miles, go west 3.5 miles, and you're at all this shopping. You've got the Starbucks, you've got the Brahms, you got the Taco Bell, you got the Showbiz. What is it called? Showbiz Bowling? It's called something.
Yeah, so it's a
Showbiz?
it's a movie theater that also has a bowling alley inside of it and a arcade. It's pretty sweet.
They have laser tag too, don't they?
I think they do.
But guys, if you live in Oklahoma, go get paintball guns. There are so many places to play paintball. Don't go spend time at the laser places. Go do the paintball. Go do the paintball. What are your thoughts, Brad? Paintball overrated? Laser tag overrated?
I like them both. Depends on your kiddos and your age but yeah, I mean, they're both fun.
Brad, where are my manners? Tell us about Orr Family Farms last week. I completely forgot. Tell us about Orr Family
Yeah.
Farms.
Oh man, it was such a good time. So we went out on Sunday. We were there for 5 hours, Josh. So it was me, my wife, and my 2 kiddos, and then their friends and their family as well. So we went, you go down this giant slide on it's like a little tube, and my youngest went down it even. You got that, oh man, they had a cannon. Rhett's excited, I can tell. So they had a cannon that shot out candy. And then we went on a hayride. Golly, man, we did so many things. They had like little basketball shoot deal, baseball throwing. They had, oh man, it was awesome. And I think it's like $20 per person is all it was. And you just go and you spend time with the whole family for 5 hours is what we did. And they served food. They served hot dogs, and I mean, it was awesome. So I highly, highly, highly recommend it.
So you do it again.
I'd do it again in a heartbeat. My wife had to drag me out of there. I was having so much fun.
That is
I'm like,
awesome.
take the kids. I'm going to stay here. Have a blast.
You got them.
Yeah. So
That is awesome, Brad.
they had
Well,
a corn maze. A corn
oh,
maze.
oh, did you and the kiddos race or?
No, so they had like a little scavenger hunt thing and a
Uh-huh.
murder mystery solve deal, and so you had to go through, and it was awesome, man. Like, you
Wow.
talk about kids being entertained for 5 hours. You got to feed my youngest, well, both my kids actually. They fed camels, they fed donkeys, they fed goats, all kinds of stuff. So it was awesome.
That is
Can't
so
can't
cool.
can't say enough about the War Family Farm.
That is so cool. Well, guys, we don't want to keep you. That's our updates for this week in Oklahoma real estate. Look out for electrical problems on your home inspections. If you can't find your peer docs, reach out to us. Brad and I can help. Give a call to all the peer companies in the area to try to locate that before we get your house listed. If you're relocated to, move within, Brad and I, the team of agents we work with at eXp Realty, and I, we're absolutely here to earn your business. Contact information is down below in the write-up. Give us a call, shoot us, text us, email. That's what we're here to do. And Brad, what else should they do?
You guys better hit that subscribe and like button and reach out to me or reach out to us so you don't miss out on any of our latest videos. We're the guys that answer the phone calls, text, and emails. So look forward to speaking with you guys on the next video.
Make it a great one, guys. See you later.
Bye-bye.